Syed Rifat Ahmed takes oath. Two more advisors, Bidhan Ranjan Roy and Shupradip Chakma, take oath today. Home Affairs Advisor asks police members to join respective workstations by Thursday. If no one joins, it will be treated that they will not continue in job. (599) among 639 police stations are operational across country. Security concerns among citizens decreased. Good relations would be maintained with all countries for betterment of nation governments. Main object is to hand over state power through a fair elections, says Foreign Affairs Advisor Tawhid Hussain. Daily commodity prices declining due to increased supply, collapsed syndicate and students' market monitoring. Students still working to maintain order on roads, commuters feeling relieved as extortion and harassment stopped on roads, students to get certificates for their extraordinary efforts. More than 200 Rohingya feared dead in drone attacks in Myanmar. And the greatest show on earth, Summer Olympic Games to be concluded in Paris tonight. Assalamu alaikum, I'm Tuli Komalika Das, welcoming you all to News at 10. You have just heard the highlights, now moving on to the details. Newly appointed Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed took oath today. President Muhammad Shahabuddin administered the oath to Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed as the Chief Justice at Darbar Hall of Bongo Bhavan this noon. Chief Advisor of the interim government, Dr. Muhammad Yunus, and other advisors attended the program.
বাংলাদেশের প্রধান বিচারপতি নিযুক্ত হইয়া
সশ্রদ্ধ চিত্তে শপথ করিতেছি যে আমি আইন অনুযায়ী ও বিশ্বস্ততার সহিত আমার পদের কর্তব্য পালন করিব। আমি বাংলাদেশের প্রতি অকৃত্রিম বিশ্বাস ও আনুগত্য পোষণ করিব। আমি বাংলাদেশের সংবিধান ও আইনের রক্ষণ সমর্থন ও নিরাপত্তা বিধান করিব। এবং আমি ভীতি বা অনুগ্রহ অনুরাগ বা বিরাগের বশবর্তী না হইয়া সকলের প্রতি আইন অনুযায়ী যথাবিহিত আচরণ করিব।
After the swearing, Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed signed the oath of office. Later, two more advisors of the interim government, Shupradip Chakma and Bidhan Ranjan Roy, took oath at Bongo Bhavan.
Shupradip Chakma
সশ্রদ্ধ
চিত্তে
শপথ করিতেছি যে আমি আইন অনুযায়ী
অন্তর্বর্তীকালীন সরকারের
উপদেষ্টা পদের কর্তব্য বিশ্বস্ততার সহিত পালন করিব।
13 out of 16 advisors of the interim government took oath on Thursday last. Cabinet Secretary Muhammad Mahbub Hussain conducted the oath-taking ceremony. Judges, chiefs of the three services, coordinators of anti-discrimination student movement, and high military and civil officials were present. Home Affairs advisors retired Brigadier General M. Shakat Hussain asked members of the police force to join their respective workplaces by Thursday. The government will consider any policeman not reporting for duty within the upcoming Thursday as unwilling to continue job, he added. The advisor made the comments while responding to various queries from journalists at the Secretariat today.
এই বৃহস্পতিবারের মধ্যে যে যার জায়গায় চলে যাবেন, ডিউটিতে থাকবেন। যা হয়ে গেছে সেটা অহেতুক কারোর গায়ে কেউ হাত দেবেন না। বিচার করার আমরা প্রক্রিয়াটা করব, বিচার বিভাগ বিচার করবে।
The advisor also warned that strict action will be taken against anyone involved in extortion.
মানুষের দুর্ভোগ হবেন না, তাহলে আমি জনগণকে বলবো যে আপনাদেরকে পিটাই দিতে। চাঁদাবাজি করবেন, দখল করবেন, আমি পলিটিক্যাল পার্টিদেরকে বিনীত অনুরোধ করছি আপনারা আপনাদের লোক সামলান। আর না হলে দেখেছেন তো আপনাদের চোখের সামনে উপর থেকে পড়তে বেশি সময় লাগে না।
Earlier in the day, while visiting injured police personnel in Rajarbagh Police Hospital, the Home Affairs advisor said the previous government used police personnel as private militia, and from now on all should remain careful so that this type of misuse of law enforcers never repeats.
এই রাষ্ট্র কারো পার্সোনাল প্রপার্টি না। পলিটিক্সে তাকে এত নষ্ট করা হয়েছে যে আর কেউ এটা ঢুকতে পারে না। বাপ ছেলে, ছেলের বউ, ছেলের বউ, ছেলের বউ, নাতি পুতি চলতেই আছে। আর পাওয়ারটাকে কুক্ষিগত করা হয়েছে। হাজার হাজার লোক মারার পরেও পাওয়ারে থাকতে চায়। পুলিশকে আপনি আর পুলিশ লাঠিয়াল বাহিনীর মতো পরিচালিত করতে পারবেন না। আই উইল ইনসিস্ট পুলিশ উইল বি আন্ডার পুলিশ কমিশন। পুলিশ কমিশনের নিচে পুলিশ চলবে। আপনি পুলিশ কমিশনকে অর্ডার দেবেন, পুলিশ কমিশন উইল ডু হোয়াট দে ওয়ান্ট টু ডু। এই পুলিশ জনগণের পুলিশ। জনগণকে আমি এটুকু বলতে চাই, আপনারা পুলিশের গায়ে হাত উঠাবেন না, কারণ আপনারা এখন দেখছেন যে আপনারা নিজেরাই সাফার করছেন।
Operations have resumed at 599 police stations out of 639 across the country. According to the police headquarters, army personnel and ANSA members have been deployed at every police station to ensure the security of the police stations and police force. The regular activities are going on at 21 police stations in the capital. The authority has taken the initiative to repair the police stations damaged all over the country. All concerned hoped that the normalcy in the police stations will come back very soon. General people said the sufferings and criminal activities will be reduced after the full-fledged operation of the police stations. Foreign Affairs Advisor Tawhid Hussain said the present government will maintain good relations with all countries to protect the country's interests. The main aim of the present government is to create a fair environment for the election. For this, it is necessary to restore stability in the country first. He said this while exchanging views with different media at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Dhaka today. Tawhid Hussain said the interim government will try to meet the expectations of all stakes. To meet these expectations, some reforms will be required. The government will do that. The Foreign Affairs advisor mentioned that stability has to be restored in the country first, and then a free and fair election has to be presented.
পরিবর্তনের প্রত্যাশা অনেক প্রত্যাশা, এবং চেষ্টা করতে হবে তার যথাসম্ভব যেন পূরণ করা যায়। কারণ যেসব প্রত্যাশা আছে সেগুলি কিন্তু আপনি যদি খুঁটিয়ে দেখেন কোনোটাই কিন্তু অযৌক্তিক না বা এমন না যে চাওয়া উচিত না। কাজেই সেই প্রত্যাশাগুলি পূরণের চেষ্টা করা হবে। এই প্রত্যাশা পূরণ করতে গিয়ে কিছু সংস্কারের প্রয়োজন হবে, এটা সবাই জানেন। প্রথম কাজ হচ্ছে যে একটা স্থিতিশীলতা ফিরিয়ে আনা দেশে, শহরে এবং সারা দেশে, সেটা প্রয়োজন হচ্ছে, সেটা চেষ্টা করব। এবং তারপরে এই রিফর্ম করে যেটুকু করা সম্ভব সেটা করে আসলে সরকারের লক্ষ্য হচ্ছে কিন্তু চূড়ান্তভাবে একটি নিরপেক্ষ এবং সঠিক নির্বাচনের মাধ্যমে ক্ষমতা হস্তান্তর। এটা নিয়ে কোনো সন্দেহের কোনো সুযোগ নেই।
LGRD and Cooperatives Advisor of Hassan Arif Al-Jadian Cooperatives advisor A.F. Hassan Arif said people are being harassed due to various mistakes of the local government, rural development and cooperatives department. Mistakes will be minimized as much as possible, he added. He said this while talking to reporters on the first working day at the Secretariat today. Responding to a question from reporters about his challenges, the advisor said it is not possible to say which work will get priority and which will not. Finance and Planning Advisor Dr. Saluddin Ahmed said legal action will be taken against those responsible for creating unrest in Islami Bank. He said this while talking to reporters after a meeting with the officials of the Finance Ministry today. He also said that even if there is no governor in Bangladesh Bank, regular transactions or banking activities will not be hampered. The advisor said special instructions have been given to ensure transparency in all financial sectors and government account management. Fisheries and Livestock Advisor Farida Akhtar said the prices of essentials commodities have increased due to syndicate and extortion. It has to be broken, she added. She said this while exchanging greetings with the officials of the ministry on the first working day today. The advisor said all food products should be made free of adulteration to protect the future generation. She hoped that if the supply of the product increases in the market, the price will come down further. Post and Telecommunications Advisor Nahid Islam said action will be taken after investigation against those involved in the internet shutdown during the anti-discrimination student movement. He said this while talking to reporters on the first working day at the Secretariat today. Nahid said that the internet should not be shut down. Access to internet falls in the category of human rights. It cannot be violated, he added. The advisor said the use of the internet has become a digital right. It is also a human rights issue. He said that steps will be taken to investigate the digital crackdown or internet shutdown during the last movement. The advisor said that there is a great scope for the youth to work in the ICT sector. Youth and Sports Advisor Asif Mahmood Shaji Bhuiya said the name of Sheikh Hasina National Youth Institute will be changed. He said this while exchanging views with journalists on the first working day at the Secretariat today. The advisor said the institute will be renamed as Bangladesh National Institute of Youth Development. He said that the country is going through a difficult time nationally. Maintaining law and order has now become a big challenge for them. The advisor said that hosting the Women's T20 World Cup in Bangladesh is now under threat due to the law and order situation. The Youth and Sports Advisor said that discussions were held with the BCB in this regard. The price of vegetable has come down by taka 20 to 40 per kilogram. Prices of some other items including eggs, poultry and beef are also falling. Insiders said it happened due to market monitoring by students, increase in supply and absence of manipulators. Traders said market monitoring has to be continued so that the manipulators cannot be sprouted further. They said they are not being extorted for a few days. As a result, shopkeepers and traders can sell goods at fair prices. Now moving on to the international news. Rohingyas were attacked by a horrific drone while trying to escape from Myanmar to Bangladesh. More than 200 people, including children, are feared killed. Survivors were wandering among the piles of bodies trying to identify the dead and injured relatives, the British news agency Reuters reported on Friday, citing several witnesses. 4 witnesses, activists and a diplomat spoke to Reuters about Monday's drone strikes. According to them, drone attacks were carried out on that day, targeting Rohingya families who crossed the border into neighboring Bangladesh. Witnesses said a pregnant woman and her 2-year-old child were among the dead. 3 witnesses blamed the Arakan army for the attack. The Arakan army has denied the allegations. Meanwhile, the militia and Myanmar's military have blamed each other for the incident. A deadly Israeli attack on a school in Gaza has renewed calls for the United States to stop providing staunch support for Israel, including weapons transfers that rights advocates say are fueling atrocities in the Palestinian enclave. The Gaza Civil Defense Agency said more than 100 Palestinians were killed and dozens more were injured on Saturday when Israel launched an attack on al-Tabin school in Gaza City. Israeli forces have issued a new evacuation order in Khan Yunis as they conduct their third military operation there since October. The order came only days after displaced Palestinians were permitted to return to the southern Gaza city. According to the UN, up to 70,000 people have already been forcibly displaced recently as a result of Israel's evacuation orders for eastern parts of Khan Yunis, while more than 86% of the Gaza Strip's land area is currently subject to such notices. At least 39,790 people have been killed and more than 92,000 wounded in Israel's attack in Gaza since October 7, 2023. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky has acknowledged for the first time that his military is conducting a cross-border offensive inside Russia's western Kursk region. In his video address late on Saturday, Zelensky said Ukraine's military was pushing the war onto the aggressor's territory. Kyiv launched its surprise attack on Tuesday, rapidly advancing more than 10 kilometers inside Russia, the deepest raid since Moscow began its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. Russia has so far struggled to halt the Ukrainian advance, with more than 76,000 people evacuated from the Kursk region and a counter-terror regime imposed across 3 border areas. In Ukraine, the capital Kyiv and several other regions came under a Russian drone and missile attack in the early hours of Sunday, local officials said. Students have been working simultaneously with law enforcement agencies to prevent rumor and anarchy in the country. Students are handing over the culprits to the law enforcers after catching them while committing snatching and dacoity. Law enforcement agencies and students said the maximum use of dacoity in residential areas is rumors. People urged not to be panicked over dacoity, rather to inform the law enforcing agencies and students if any incident happens. Students have been working on the roads throughout the country, including the capital Dhaka, to bring discipline in the absence of the traffic police. However, only college and university students can perform the duty from today. No school students will be allowed to do the job. Besides, BNCC members of the Army, Navy and Air Force are also working on the roads to control traffic management. Meanwhile, BNCC Director General Brigadier General Muhammad Mizanur Rahman today visited various traffic points in the capital, including Manikmia Avenue and Mirpur, to inspire the BNCC cadets. While briefing journalists, Mizanur Rahman said a total of 24,000 BNCC cadets have been working across the country to maintain traffic. He said cooperation from all citizens, including drivers, passengers and passersby, is necessary for discipline and security on the roads. The transport sector in the country has become extortion-free due to traffic management by students. Extortion syndicates will not be able to have footing further in the days to come, said students and common people. The extortion spree in the capital's transport sector amounted to a crore of taka daily. But the scenario has changed due to the presence of students on roads after the fall of the Awami League government. Common people have welcomed the initiative of the students to free the transport sector from extortion. After the fall of the Awami League government, students, common people, activists of political parties and members of voluntary organizations have been on watchful guard to check violence and anarchy alongside ensuring communal harmony. In Jinaida, students and common people are working in a unison manner in this regard. In Natar, students remain alert to stop violence and anarchy. Similar activities of students and common people are going on in Nilphamari. In Barguna, establishments of minorities are being protected by students and common people. In Madaripur, activists of Jamaat-e-Islami are guarding the establishments of the minorities. In Jhalokati, students and common people staying alert to check violence and protect establishments. Similar activities are going on in Narayanganj by the activists of Islami Andolan and Jamaat-e-Islami. In Narshingdi, students and common people are working to tackle violence and anarchy. Similar activities are underway in Netrokona. People from all walks of life have welcomed the initiative of the students and common people. The youths are working to repair the country after the fall of the Awami League government led by Sheikh Hasina. They are spreading messages of freedom, rebellion and fraternity on different walls through their paintings. The paintings and graffiti across the country are depicting the moments of the anti-discrimination student movement. The youths are also giving messages against corruption and irregularities to take Bangladesh ahead. Now news on weather. Met Office in its weather forecast till 6 p.m. tomorrow said light to moderate rain or thunder showers accompanied by temporary gusty wind is likely to occur at most places over Rangpur, Rajshahi, Mymensingh and Sylhet divisions and at many places over Dhaka, Khulna, Borishal and Chattogram divisions. Besides, moderately heavy to heavy falls likely to occur at places over the country. Night and day temperature may remain nearly unchanged over the country, said the Met Office. Now, news on sports. The curtain of the greatest show on earth named Summer Olympic Games 2024 is going to be dropped with a gala ceremony in Paris, France tonight. The closing ceremony is scheduled to begin at 1 a.m. Bangladesh Standard Time. The spectacular show will celebrate the end of a fortnight of competitions and festivities for the Olympic leg of the Paris 2024 Games. After the immense challenge of directing the opening ceremony, the biggest open-air show in the heart of Paris, Thomas Joly and his team will take over the Stade de France to bring the 33rd Olympiad of the modern era to a fitting close. Featuring over 100 performers, acrobats, dancers and circus artists, this visual spectacle will bear the signature of artist-director Thomas Joly. Traditional highlights of the closing ceremony such as the flags of the nations, the athletes' parade and the handover of the Olympic flag to the Los Angeles 2028 organizing committee will all provide memorable moments. Performances by Billie Eilish, Snoop Dogg and the Red Hot Chili Peppers are expected to be featured in the closing ceremony. A five-time Grammy winner, Her, is expected to sing the U.S. national anthem as the next 2028 Olympics is scheduled to take place at Los Angeles. Apart from these, news are also coming. Hollywood actor Tom Cruise may jump on his motorcycle showcasing death-defying tricks in France. At the end of closing ceremony, Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass will accept the Olympic torch and bring it home. China is the topper of medal table of the Paris Olympic Games with 40 gold, 27 silver and 24 bronze medals. The United States has won 39 gold, 44 silver and 42 bronze medals and is in the second position. Japan is in third in the table with 20 gold, 12 silver and 13 bronze medals. Australia is in fourth in the table with 18 gold, 19 silver and 16 bronze medals. On the other hand, France is in fifth with 16 gold, 25 silver and 22 bronze medals. Bangladesh Cricket Board BCB has announced a 16-member squad for the upcoming two-match test series against Pakistan. Mushfiqur Rahim and Taskin Ahmed have been recalled to the team. The other members of the team are Captain Najmul Hussain Shanto, Zakir Hassan Mahmudul Hassan Joy, Shadman Islam, Liton Kumar Das, Mominul Haq, Shakib Al Hassan, Mehdi Hassan Miraz, Taijul Islam, Naim Hassan, Nahid Rana, Shariful Islam, Hassan Mahmood, and Said Khalid Ahmed. The first test between Bangladesh and Pakistan will start on August 21st in Rawalpindi. The second test between the two teams will begin on August 30th in Karachi. Both the matches are part of the ICC Test Championship. To end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Newly appointed Chief Justice Said Rifat Ahmed takes oath. Two more advisors, Vidhan Ranjan Roy and Shupradip Chakma, take oath today. Home Affairs Advisor asks police members to join respective workstations by Thursday. If no one joins, it will be treated that they will not continue in job. $599 among 639 police stations are operational across the country. Security concerns among citizens decreased. Good relations would be maintained with all countries for betterment of nation. Government's main object is to hand over state power through fair elections, says Foreign Affairs Advisor Tawhid Hussain. Daily commodity prices declining due to increased supply, collapsed syndicate and students' market monitoring. Students still working to maintain order on roads, commuters feeling relieved as extortion and harassment stopped on roads, students who get certificates for their extraordinary efforts. More than 200 Rohingya feared dead in drone attacks in Myanmar. And the greatest show on earth, Summer Olympic Games to be concluded in Paris tonight. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for staying with us. We invite